There, AMC fans, and welcome to the Thursday Ticket. Thanks for taking time out of your day to spend it here with us, talking about movies and all things Hollywood. I am Sergio, and I'm here with Alicia.
Hi, guys. Glad to be back.
And we have a show that is one of the, I think, best shows, that is right up my alley. We're in the middle of October.
Yeah.
It is Halloween season, right? And what better way to celebrate than talking about some of the scary movies opening this week?
Yeah, so it's going to be a spooky good time.
Yes.
Again, this is right up his alley, so he's going to get, he's probably going to get a little
I am. I'm giddy already.
But first, let's get right to our question of the week. So, because it's end of October, Halloween is right around the corner, the movie and the holiday. We wanted to know, scariest villain for you. Who was the scariest villain? Put it in the comment section below, and we might give you a shout out. But first, Sergio, who you got?
So, who is my scariest villain? Now, there are a lot of horror movies out there that come to mind, right? You figure Hellraiser, Freddy Krueger, all that stuff. I've always been a fan of Freddy Krueger, right? Because he invades your dreams and you die, and there's nothing you can do to protect yourself. But I think the one guy I will mention that is probably the scariest has to be Jason Voorhees. Jason. Why? Walking zombie, just out there to kill people. And the truth is, Jason, unlike Freddy, has been in my dreams multiple times. I mean, I've taken flights from here out to Paris or anywhere, just somewhere far, far away to get far away from him. And then sure enough, the next day, he's there and I see him and I'm running away and I just can never get away. So Jason takes the cake. He is my scariest villain.
So I don't know if you guys peeped this, but he said dreams.
Yeah, because they are dreams.
I say nightmares. Which is,
some could consider them nightmares.
Yeah, I would say nightmares. So,
I like those dreams, though. They're a lot of fun.
But I agree with you.
Make me feel like I'm alive.
Pretty scary. For me, I have to go with Candyman.
Candyman.
So scary with the bees and the hook. Just like a huge man. I can't repeat his name. I saw it when I was younger. It still frightens me today, but let's see who you guys have. I see Darth Vader. I see
Darth
Jason.
Vader.
Leatherface Freddy.
Leatherface, oh my gosh.
Who else? Freddy. Shark from Jaws.
There you go.
Yeah,
okay.
Amanda Casey.
Dig
I'm
it.
with you. Linda Blair.
Linda Blair. Can I spin my head? That'll hurt too much.
Planet Mars. Okay, a lot of good things. But we have to pay homage to one of the scariest of all time.
We do. And
the
that
one and
is
only
Michael
Myers. Woo! Scary. Let's give a moment of silence for his scariness.
His movie is going to be great.
I know. Before we get to our next part of the show, our weekend movie guide. Scary.
So Alicia said it, right? Scary. Halloween opens tonight, 7 p.m. And if you guys weren't privy to this, the black carpet premiere was just last night, and man, was everybody out. Jamie Lee Curtis, I mean, you're talking Danny McBride, who wrote it, and just so many people. Blumhouse, oh my gosh, I mean, and the importance of his influence in all of this, and John Carpenter, I mean, we can go on and on. But the movie takes place, it's a direct sequel to the first one that, premiered 40 years ago. So we can forget about everything that's happened between Halloween's 1 and Halloween's 10. But it's a direct sequel to the original, and it really takes you back to the first one, because it is very reminiscent of what you saw in the first movie. But the twist is that Jamie Lee Curtis is in this world where she's been in fear of her life for the last 40 years. Fearing the day that Michael would escape from prison and come back and get her. So what do you do in that 40-year span? Do you hide in your closet?
You get ready.
Or do you get ready, right? So you've seen it in the trailer. She's there shooting stuff and getting ready because she's been training for the moment that she would one day come across Mike Myers. And I mean, some of us have seen the movie, and I gotta tell you, I've seen it. It is wonderful. The reviews that you've heard come out of TIFF, and all the positive buzz around this movie is fantastic. So it is the one to go see tonight.
Yeah. So he's gushing about it because he loves it, and you're gonna see it again, right?
I am.
Yeah. So I think horror movie fans are excited to see Jamie Lee Curtis back on the big screen. We haven't seen her in a long time, and like Sergio said, it's a continuation of the story. It just picks up right where it left off.
Yep.
I think people are going to be really excited to get scared and spooked
Agreed.
by this. So we had a chance to sit down with the cast to talk to them about Halloween, and here's what they had to say about their new movie.
Excuse me, somebody's in here.
There's just something terrifying about it. The enigmatic, non-human but human mask who shows no emotion, who walks really slowly and yet kills very quickly.
Whatever you're scared of most, that's kind of what he becomes. So he's different to everyone. And the fact that he is kind of so plain and so simple allows for that to happen.
I want to say one thing. Jamie Lee Curtis steals the movie from Michael. She is awesome in this film. I'm so proud of her.
It's just scary.
No doubt that this movie looks like it's the next big thing, right? And you've seen it already, right? With movies like It that came out last year. We saw the trailer for Pet Cemetery that last week, and now with this movie opening, it is the one to go see. And industry sources, okay, industry sources have this movie potentially breaking another October record, the one that Venom just set 2 weeks ago for probably highest opening movie in October. So
yeah, and also horror movies are having a moment right now. So we had It last year, we had Get Out, we had Hereditary, we had Quiet Place. So they're doing really, really well.
They are.
And I think that this one might be breaking some records for horror movies all time.
I agree, right? Because when you look at it, it was probably the highest grossing horror movie of all time, followed by Exorcist. Get Out was number 3. So I'm expecting this one to battle it out, dish it out, to try to take that number 2 spot, if not the number 1.
Yeah, so guys, if you haven't gotten your tickets for Halloween, get them right now at amctheaters.com or our mobile app, because it's going to be selling out. We are shuffling around movies to make more space for this film, because it's going to sell out, because people are excited for the holiday. They're going to see it tonight.
Yep.
They're going to see it in the weekend. They're going to see it next weekend or next week on Halloween as well.
It's nonstop, and like Alicia said, we are actively working on adding more shows. So don't worry about, the fears of the movie selling out tonight. Go see it at an AMC theater near you. We are making space as we speak so that we can get more showtimes on.
Yeah. So let's go to our next movie coming out, The Hate U Give, which actually was in a limited release last week, and now it's at its widest.
Correct.
So it's all over the country. You don't have an excuse now. You can definitely go see this film. It is directed by George Tillman Jr., who you might remember back in the 90s. He did Soul Food, which is a movie that I really, really enjoyed. And it's based on a book by Angie Thomas. It stars Amanda Steinberg, who you've seen. She's been in a few movies this year. Also Regina Hall, Russell Hornsby. We last saw him in Fences. And newcomer Algie Smith, who you guys might have seen on television. He was in the New Edition movie and also the Bobby Brown Story. He was Ralph Tresvant. So he's a newcomer to film, but he's been acting before. And this film is nothing like Halloween.
No, it strays a little away from the horror.
So it's a deep drama about police brutality, and Amanda Steinberg is playing a character who is coming to her own and figuring out the right things to do to speak out about police brutality because one of her friends gets murdered. It's a very timely topic for our country right now, and this is the first time we've kind of seen her in this light on the big screen talking about this topic.
You said it all. I think this movie is going to resonate with a lot of people, and it's one, outside of it being highly reviewed, it's got great Rotten Tomato scores, the acting is on point, everything about the movie is great. But it's one that a lot of people are going to be able to connect with emotionally and just really be able to identify with, because they probably live this a lot, so it's definitely one to go see this weekend.
So we had the chance to sit down with the cast to talk about their new film, The Hate U Give, and here's what they had to say.
Garden Heights is reeling after the shooting of a 17-year-old black teenager by a white police officer.
We live in a complicated world.
It doesn't seem that complicated to me.
It's not about vilifying a group. It's really about increasing understanding so that there can be, dialogue so we can move forward.
We aren't really diving into politics in this movie. We're diving into people's lives. We're diving into people and relationships.
What we did is just present a reality. This is just something that happened. And if you are to negate reality, that means you're in denial entirely about race relations.
It's so easy to push it away and ignore it.
until it's at your front doorstep. So ask yourself that question and go see the movie with that on your heart and see how it changes your perspective.
The hate you give little infants.
F's everybody. I know what it stands for.
So guys, this movie is not just great for teens, but it's also good for adults and parents that have to talk about this topic. So again, get your tickets at amctheaters.com or our mobile app. And one more thing about The Hate You Give, it's great for groups. So your church group,
schools,
your
even.
group of friends,
Absolutely.
your class, just a really big family. This is a great movie for groups because you're going to have a really good and authentic conversation about the film. So get your tickets to see it. That's all for our weekend movie guide, but we have some Hollywood news for you.
Gotta get that news on.
Let's get to our Hollywood news segment.
We've got some big news for those Harry Potter fans out there. You Potterheads, Fantastic Beasts, The Crimes of Grindelwald went on sale this week, so you can go pick up tickets right now. Now here is a bit of news that you're going to be really, really, really interested in. So, if you want to see the movie 3 days early in IMAX,
there you go.
Go buy tickets now because you can be a part of the Fantastic Fandom event in IMAX. So see Grindelwald, right? Fantastic Beasts and the Crimes of Grindelwald 3 days in advance. If you do get tickets, you will be eligible to get. And again, this is by limited supply.
Yes,
not guaranteed that every single person will get one. So make sure you get your tickets early. You got a couple pins that go with it, collectible pins.
So how exciting is this? See it early, be able to talk about it to your friends. No spoilers, obviously, because that's shame on you. But see it in IMAX and get a collectible pen.
And for those that know the series, the two pens, you've got Bo Truckle, the little plant little dude, and then you've got Niffler. Yes, the cute little platypus type
I purposely
guy.
had him say those words because I didn't want to trip over
Bo Truckle
them.
and Niffler, that's what it is.
So get your tickets and see it early on November 13th. So now let's talk about some more tickets that went on sale. This is more for our Halloween week and a half. So we have The Night of the Living Dead. We have Hocus Pocus. And we have my personal favorite, the Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Oh, Rocky Horror, that's so awesome.
Time warp.
And Alicia totally said it. So, believe it or not, right, time flies. We all know time flies, but
years.
Man, holy smokes, Night of the Living Dead is celebrating 50 years. The classic horror movie has been around forever. So don't forget to catch that. Buy tickets to Hocus Pocus. The movie starts October 26th. And will play through October 31st. So for those Sanderson sister fans out there, get your Hocus Pocus on. And Rocky Horror Picture Show will play at AMC Theaters.
Singing is allowed.
Singing is totally allowed. October 26th, the 27th, and the 31st, Halloween.
Yeah.
So make sure you pick up those tickets.
And one more nugget for you guys. Hocus Pocus and the Rocky Horror Picture Show, our annual showing of Rocky Horror Picture Show.
True.
Those tickets are $5.
$5. Holy smokes. Not very many dollars. Go get them done.
Not many dollars. Okay. So let's go now to our trailers. So we had a few that debuted this week. First is Miss Bala.
Miss Bala, yeah. So that Miss Bala is Miss Bullet, right, in Spanish. And boy, I saw the trailer. It's action-packed. It was very reminiscent of Peppermint to me.
We've never seen Gina Rodriguez in this kind of role. She's usually playing somebody that's a little more
totally
sweet, and
sweet,
kind-hearted.
this and that, yeah.
But here she's kicking tail.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to seeing this just because, again, seeing her in a different role, it's pretty exciting.
Yeah, another one that dropped was the Destroyer.
Yeah, so Nicole Kidman is in. She's acting the mess out of this trailer. I don't know if you guys seen it. If you haven't yet, our YouTube channel, we always have the trailer, so go ahead and subscribe to that. But this movie has kind of already gotten a little bit of Oscar buzz because she's transformed herself. When I watched the trailer, I was still kind of mystified as to what the movie is really about, which is by design. So I buy a ticket and go.
Be very
so
curious.
go to the studio. But she was an undercover detective, and she goes back to the crew that she was with to kind of get some vengeance. And it looks very interesting and mysterious, and she looks like she's doing an amazing job.
I'll say there's another trailer that dropped this week, La Llorona, and we posted it earlier today, actually. Follows the story of the Spanish or the Mexican folklore of La Llorona, this spirit that comes comes and takes little kids away, all that good stuff. Catch it. It looks pretty scary.
It's
I'm not
scary.
going to lie.
We were just watching it earlier.
We were like a few minutes ago, we're like, ooh.
I had to
that's
walk
bad.
away. I don't know.
And then the last one that we'll talk about is Aladdin. Okay, so if you're a big fan of Disney and the live-action re-envisioning of all of their classic properties, Aladdin is definitely one that's getting a lot of buzz.
So that came out last week, and I'm sure you guys saw it, but we did, on our social media channels at AMC, we had a side-by-side of the trailer from the 90s and the recent one, which, you know, was kind of cool to see. But in case you haven't, we're going to show it for you right now.
Lies far within. The diamond in the rough.
Okay, guys, so those are all of our movies and Hollywood news. Tons of things to choose from. Halloween movies, scary, deep movies, all this good stuff. Trailers.
Everything and then some.
So now we're going to go over to our independent spotlight. So let's go to our AMC.
Movies we're going to highlight in our AMCI Spotlight are movies that have opened in limited release, right? So you're not going to be able to see them just at any theater. So go on amctheaters.com or on the mobile app and find out what theater near you is playing them. But first up is The Beautiful Boy, followed by Mid-90s. Now, The Beautiful Boy, Steve Carell, Timothy Chalamet, follows the story of a father-son relationship, and one that deals with a lot of hardship. You know, they're dealing with addiction, drug addiction, and everything that comes with it. It's a very serious movie, one that's gotten some amount of Oscar buzz talk behind it because of the acting in it and all that stuff. So don't forget to catch Beautiful Boy.
Yeah, in mid-90s, it's Jonah Hill's directorial debut. So we've had a few directors that started off. Bradley Cooper, we talked about a couple of weeks ago. We talked about his authenticity that he really wanted to bring to the film, and Jonah Hill's doing the same. So this follows some skater culture, and Jonah Hill went to some skater parks and actually got real individuals that are skaters to be a part of this movie, which I think is really interesting for him to really get that authentic feel for these characters, which is really exciting. So like Sergio said, these are in limited release, but we have some films in wider release. We have The Old Man and the Gun, which stars Robert Redford. This is his last movie, guys. The last time you're going to see a brand new movie from him on the big screen. So if you loved all the stuff he's done in the past,
we've only spoken about it now for a couple weeks, right? And this is it. I mean, it's not to say that he's not going to be involved in movie making, but he's not going to be acting in movies anymore. So go catch his last hurrah.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then The Sisters Brother. Again, this is The Sisters Brothers, in wide release. John C. Reilly and Joaquin Phoenix. It's a dramedy, western.
Dramedy.
Based on a book. Remember,
comedy.
we gave away the books not too long ago. So they are all over the country. So go ahead and get your tickets to see both of those films.
Another movie that is opening in theaters this weekend is The Oath. Now, you had mentioned earlier, you talked about Bradley Cooper, directorial debut, and Jonah Hill. Well, this is Ike Barinholtz's directorial debut, and it stars himself and
Tiffany Haddish,
of course,
who, as you know, we talked about one of the hardest working women in
sure
Hollywood.
Did.
So she's in Night School, which is still in theaters, and she has this one, 2 movies in the theaters for her. Kudos to her. So this one comes out this weekend, and it's about we all have family, and we don't all get along. we'll just leave that there. And sometimes when politics come into play, there's a lot of headbutting.
Sure.
And so this movie talks about, during the holiday season, like how to really navigate it in Hollywood a little bit. Hollywooding
Yes.
a little bit. We spoke to the cast of this film, and here's what they had to say about The Oath.
Did you watch the Chris Rock on Late Night?
He's racist.
Chris Rock's not racist. He's best friends with Adam Sandler. That is a fact. I've been taking this movie all around the South and Texas and stuff, and people being like, it's like you filmed my family, and I'm you, or your wife is me. And the best part about it is you can watch a family completely break down over the holidays, and it's not your family.
The way how the mom is like, I love her. She's just so like, okay guys, calm down. I got a couple of those in my family.
I think at the end of the day, I think everyone can relate to, whether it's someone in your family or whether it's someone that you work with having a different opinion. There's something to be said for a movie that makes you go like, we still have our humanity. We're still people.
I hope they see themselves. God, give me the strength to get through the next 3 days, please. Amen.
Hallelujah to that.
So that movie looks really funny, and I mean you can tell by the image on the screen that they're having a great time. But I think what was really peculiar about the film, and to keep the sense of family, right, is that Ike Barinholtz, the director, made it a point to cast his brother as his brother in the movie. So you get the family dynamic that's really there.
Yeah. So that's all of our independent spotlight. Tons of films to choose from. Limited release, wide release. Get your tickets at amctheaters.com or on a mobile app to see what's opening near you. But now, probably one of your favorite segments of the show, our exclusive offers. So let's kick.
So I've said it before, and I'm going to say it again. Harry Potter, right? Where if you're a fan of the wizarding world of Harry Potter and all the stuff that comes with it, Fantastic Beasts, the Crimes of Grindelwald. I'm sorry, it's not like it's a tongue twister, but it kind of is. So Fantastic Beasts, The Crimes of Grindelwald, you have an exclusive opportunity to see it 3 days early in IMAX. Don't miss out on this chance. You can become a part of the Fantastic Fandom event in IMAX. As a part of the event, you can go ahead and grab one of those exclusive collector pins, right?
While supplies last.
So while supplies last, so you can get either the Bo Truckle or the Niffler pin. So don't get your tickets in advance. I got to tell you, I mean, I was a big fan of the last Fantastic Beasts movie. I thought they did a great job with it.
We'll see what next. Yeah.
And I am looking forward to this one next.
Yeah. So our other offer we have for you is for the Nutcracker and the Four Realms. It's for our AMC Subs members, which you should definitely be a member of. If you see it in Real D 3D, November 1st through 4th, you'll get a beautiful key charm.
Oh, it's
so you can like unlock the door to your own fantastical realm of wonder.
Of being.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think that would be pretty awesome.
But yeah, so if you're a fan of all the giveaways and tchotchkes and all that really great stuff, because you get to take a little piece of the movie home with you.
Yeah.
Don't forget to take advantage of all these events and promotions, because they're really just one of a kind.
Yeah, so that's all for us today. We have tons of movies, lots of spooky creepiness to see in the theaters to plan out your Halloween from this week all the way through Halloween. So get your tickets at amctheaters.com or on a mobile app. And don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, and subscribe to us on YouTube.
And we are here every week talking about movies and all things Hollywood. Same time, same place. So next Thursday, we are going to be covering Gerard Butler in The Hunter Killer. We're also going to talk again about the mid-90s because it'll be a wider release then. And Johnny English Strikes Again.
Yeah, and also, I think we're going to be talking about Halloween again.
I wouldn't doubt it.
I think it's going to break some box office.
You know what? It may actually be the #1 movie next week at the box office, too.
You heard it first.
Just saying.
So
it's going to happen.
Come back next week so we can talk more movies. Thanks for watching.
See you then.
Bye, guys.